guys, it's Janelle Style. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be continue our reactions of Game of Thrones Season 3. This is episode 2. I was quite hoping that I would be finishing Game of Thrones reactions before at least Season 3, before House of the Dragon. That didn't happen. Obviously, never happens. Oh my god, I'm so busy, and there's so much content out there, so many things to watch that I get deviated all the time. So I'm glad to be back with Game of Thrones. I'm going to be trying to be more consistent with this, and also the Sandman. I have to get back to it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Relax your bow arm.
Here we go again with dreams, metaphysical things going on here. So I've been saying for quite a while that Bran is going to play a big role. I'm sure of it because first of all, they're showing a lot of the supernatural aspect, a little bit too much. It seems like that through dreams he's able to access information, so I'm sure it's going to be really important, even though I don't particularly like this character. Maybe he will be growing, it will be growing on me, but he has not been doing much. He's very young, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe as he grows older, probably there's going to be more development. And like I said, I'm not saying that he hasn't developed, because that's not true. Many things have happened to him, but I do feel that he's not very charismatic. Actually, that's the word I was looking for. Charisma is lacking that tremendously. This actor doesn't have any charisma at all. I'm sorry to say. I'm not sure if that's the character that he's portraying, but the way it's being portrayed, it's just not charismatic for me. He's not connecting. It's a separate universe. It's a separate dimension. And I do suspect that has been done on purpose, because he's disconnected by everything else. He's truly separated from everything else. So for a reason or another, I think the supernatural element is part of the reason why he is disconnected. Even from his family. Like, it's just so weird. But anyway, so yes, that's my take on it. There's a specific connection between him and the Raven, so, and he dreams of it. And like I said, the Raven as the eyes. Actually, it reminds me of the Sandman. Of course, that was in the Sandman, of course, the bird symbolized the Sandman, and the bird was represented the eyes of the Sandman. They were his eyes, and I think the same way we're gonna see here that the Raven is going to be his eyes, and they know things that you wouldn't know. So I'm sure that aspect and that correlation will be explored even more.
Row across the narrow sea and steal us from our beds.
Did you ever think you'd marry one?
I never thought I'd marry anyone at all.
Never.
Not until I met the king of the grim, bearded, stinking barbarians.
Pardon me, Your Grace. My queen.
Lord Bolton.
Let me guess which one is the good news.
Shame that everyone is separated. It's hard to see the Stark family so disconnected from each other, because like I said, alone they're quite harmless, but together they're strong. That's why a pack has to stay together. They represent the wolves, and being like individualized, I don't know, as individuals that might not be as successful, I will say. That's the moral of the story. They have to stick together. I mean, that's what I think.
People have been serving me since I was born.
These two have a
You think
dynamic,
Lady Stark's going to want a giant toe-headed plank following around for the rest of her life? A week's journey with you and she'll order you to fall on your sword.
If Lady Stark is unhappy with any aspect of my service, I'm sure she'll let me know.
Beautiful relationship, by the way, and I'm sure that there's going to be a great development from here. I don't know how long they're going to be together on this journey, but I feel they have a long talk ahead of them.
Well, Rose, give it to Marjorie for her wedding gown. Should be more than enough fabric. Tell me what you think of her.
Who?
Marjorie.
She's an ideal match. With the Tyrells beside us, we'll crush the Northerners.
From the beginning, I thought that Cersei never liked Marjorie. Because she is a little bit different from Sansa. Actually, quite different in personality. She knows her stuff. She's very prepared. She knows how to navigate, and she knows how to control him. Sansa, unfortunately, did not control him. She was a victim, and she kind of survived him in a way. So the fact that she didn't have control of him, that allowed her to have control of the king. And she doesn't like competition. She likes to be in control. She likes to be the boss, as you guys can see. He's creepy with her, but I don't think
Love
he's
is
in love
not
with
the
her.
thing he wants.
He's too old.
They never see it that way.
In fact.
He didn't ask you to do something for him? Spy on someone or...
No.
Not yet. This moment will come, I'm sure.
If he does ask you for anything,
Don't
or
do it.
try anything, or touch you, I want you to tell me. Why? What will you do?
Kill him.
I will make him stop.
I love Sansa. Oh my gosh. She has grown so much. Oh my gosh. She's so beautiful, this actress. And she has grown so much. It's crazy. And I'm surprised that she's still alive in there. And she's still fighting to stay alive. Littlefinger's motivation for me right now a little bit obscure. I'm not sure what he wants from her. I do think he sees her as an opportunity, and he has an admiration for the Stark family in a sense. He knows they are powerful, and that the king is a fool. So I'm sure he wants to stay in a neutral ground and pretend to be in alliance with the king, but also try to build an alliance with her in the hopes that maybe in the future the Stark family will rise again. So, and maybe then he can switch. That's usually what people do, what Genie... By the way, that was the shadow of my cat, if you guys saw my cat, passing by. Anyway, so I think... What was I saying? I was saying basically someone like him will try to be friends with everybody just in case there's one side fails and there's the other option still available, and not being so stuck with one side. I mean, that's what a smart person would do.
The Lady Olenna of House Tyrell.
Oh, she's beautiful. I love her outfit.
It's so good of you to visit me and my foolish flock of hens. We're very sorry for your losses.
And I was sorry when I heard of Lord Renly's death, Lady Marjorie. He was very gallant.
Gallant, yes, and charming and very clean. He knew how to dress and smile, and somehow this gave him the notion he was fit to be king.
Renly was brave and gentle, Grandmother. Father liked him, and so did Loris.
Loris is young and very good at knocking men off horses with a stick. That does not make him wise.
Sharp tongue that this woman has. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised that Cersei hasn't approached her yet, because she is really... she will be a true match for Cersei, let me tell you.
I want you to tell me the truth about this royal boy, this Joffrey. You. Who else would know better?
Yeah.
We've heard some troubling tales. Is there any truth to them? Has this boy mistreated you? Has he ripped out your tongue?
King Joffrey, his grace is very fair and handsome and as brave as a lion.
Yes, all Lannisters are lions. And when a Tyrell farts, it smells like a rose. But how kind is he? How clever. Has he a good heart, a gentle hand?
No. See a strange alliance forming. This woman seems like to be... when you have someone that represents the glue in a family? She's that glue, the one that kind of keeps everyone together and kind of like drives through the challenges and keeps it going and keeps everyone together. That's what she represents to me at the moment, and that's kind of what it seems to be.
When my husband brought that baby home from the war, I couldn't bear to look at him. Didn't want to see those brown stranger's eyes staring at me. So I prayed to the gods. Take him away. Make him die. He got the pox.
He lived.
And I knew I was the worst woman who ever lived. Murderer.
survived.
Had condemned this poor, innocent child to a horrible death. All because I was jealous of his mother. So I prayed to all 7 gods. Let the boy live. Let him live. And I'll love him. I'll be a mother to him. I'll beg my husband to give him a true name. To call him Stark. I couldn't keep my promise. And everything that's happened since then. All this horror that's come to my family.
Because she couldn't keep that promise.
It's all because I couldn't love a motherless child.
Oh my gosh, that scene was strong. For some reason I had so much pity for her, you know, because she has all those regrets, and I feel like she's a good woman. She made terrible mistakes, and we can list them truly beyond our hands. It's just understandable, but at the same time Jon Snow was innocent from the beginning. We don't know much about what happened, why he cheated on her. I mean, I don't remember if they specifically mentioned why he had a relationship with another woman. Was he drunk? Was it brothel? I don't remember. I think they do give some details when Ned Stark was discussing it with Baratheon, but it doesn't look like it meant anything in particular. So I mean, I don't know, and also it seems very out of character for Ned Stark, but you know, he was very young, so he might have made mistakes at that time too, but it was completely out of character, because when I look at Ned Stark, he looks like an honorable man, someone who would never respected his wife, and also he loved his wife so dearly. The way he admires her and treats her, I mean, you can tell. And I mean, unless when he was younger things were a little bit different, or I'm sure he was immature, probably he was drunk, I don't know, but you know what I mean, like it's just, I feel bad for her, and I do feel in part that Jon Snow is going to play a great part in the story, in the sense that he is has such a mysterious past, and he's not really a motherless child. He does have a mother. It just, we don't know anything about her, but he does have a mother. He does. So defining him as a motherless child, I think, is incorrect. But she should have at least treated him respectfully, like he deserved, because he had no fault in this. Yeah, my look-alike. Everyone says I look like her. I don't know if that's correct, but everyone says that.
So he spoke, that Lord of Kine, but now the rain we pour is home, with no one there to hear. What's lurking behind that wall? A lion? A wolf?
Just a dirty little cub, I think.
Loose a few more shafts.
Don't.
Put the sword down, girl.
You go on down the road. Just keep on singing so we know where you are. Leave us be, and I won't kill you.
Brave girl. Being compared to her, let me tell you, makes me happy. She's so beautiful and she's so credible. And honestly, now that I was watching that, now I know what's missing in the House of the Dragon, because I think the first episode was amazing. But now that I'm rewatching it in my head and rethinking about it, you know what I'm missing? The children of the houses. These moments, I'm missing these children having adventures and running away from enemies, you know, and fighting and being brave. Now, the main character is a child still. She's very young, and also her friend Alicent is also young, but we don't see anyone else. They're pretty much in this static. They're pretty much in the same place. They're not traveling or anything. So I think because it's going to be a very simple storyline, we're going to miss these adventurous points that we can see and admire in Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones does kind of like travel through different spaces, settings, based on where the character stays, where they're located. And in Dazzle Dragon, I'm sure that will be lacking. I guess in the first season, it's going to lack all these moments, and I love these moments. Mostly equally to the politics, the discussion, the dialogues. They're quite fun to watch.
I would not speak ill of the dead, Your Grace.
You think one ought to speak kindly of a traitor merely because he's had a sword put through his heart?
No. I do beg your pardon. The subtleties of politics are often lost on me. Renly...
She knows how to speak, by the way. She knows very well, too.
I don't believe he was interested in the company of women.
Kill something.
I don't know, Your Grace. Do you think I could?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's creepy.
Would you like to watch me?
Sadek, oh my god.
Stop!
Tell us the truth.
About what? I don't know what you want!
I want the truth.
What truth?
Why'd you take Winterfell?
I took it to...
Who gave the orders?
No one. I took it on my own.
Why?
To take the north while it was vulnerable.
What were you going to do once you took it?
Hold it. Rule it.
I feel sad and pity for him. Oh my god, they're torturing him. But is this... I'm confused. Is this Rob doing? Like, is he ordering this? I'm confused. That's pretty brutal. I mean, especially because they were kind of brothers, I mean, I don't know, that doesn't sound right. I mean, I know he has killed. I know I've complained about him for an entire season, okay? I've been complaining about him. I don't like him. I still don't like him. But that's wrong. I don't really... Oh my god, that was so real, the screams. Oh my gosh.
Aha!
They became friends, see?
Ginty's done his
supper.
weapons.
Ah? Thought you were out of Harrenhal, I see.
He knows how to use a sword, and so do I. My brothers taught me.
To your brothers.
Take the sword.
You can finish your meals before you go. A hound! So good to see you again, Clegane.
Thoris, the fuck you doing here?
Drinking and talking too much, same as ever. A pretty prize, lads.
Girl! What in seven hells are you doing with the Stark bitch?
Gosh, he's not gonna let her go now. These two are just too much fun, huh?
Ooh. Move well. A great beast of a woman.
You shouldn't grimace before you lunch. It gives away the game.
Okay, so guys, this is the end of episode 2. I think I'm liking this dynamic over here. I love to see Arya actually, and she's so. I love her so much, and she's so brave, and she's so like in your face. She's very honest and very smart. Wow, smart, very smart, and she's a great character. And like I said, that's what I'm missing right now in House of the Dragon. But like I said, that was the first episode, so I don't want to be too much. We have just started with that show, so but I would love to see more children. I know there are, and there will be, so I want to see more dynamics between the younger generation as well. So yes, I really loved this episode. It was very calm. I don't know why, but I felt at ease. I was watching with pleasant surprise, but that it was very calm. So things are moving. But besides that, there was not much brutality in here. I didn't feel I had to close my eyes or anything like that. Best moment for me was, of course, Rob's mother and Talisa. So I really loved that moment, and in which they spoke about Jon Snow. And I think that I'm that kept me wondering why they selected that particular scene to talk about Jon Snow immediately after we had a moment with him and they presented him back into this episode. But it was kind of weird moment all of a sudden out of nowhere, and she was telling this to Talisa. I felt very strange about this. So why she spoke about this curse, this tragedy that came upon her family, to her specifically and not to her sons, but she shared it with her, maybe because to woman there was something more. This was a very strategic moment, and it was disclosed to symbolize something else that probably I won't know until the end or until the future seasons. But it was not a chance, and it was not like a coincidence that she spoke those words to Talisa in that particular moment, in that particular occasion at this present time. So I probably will keep that in mind for the future episode, just to see if I kind of something rings a bell, like something rings, a light goes on, and I realize, okay, that makes sense. Everything is not done, everything has a motive here. Nothing is done by chance. Everything has a motivation, a purpose in the way it's told, and that's why everything makes sense. This show so far is making sense. It's very linear and very fluid. That's why it works very well. So I'm quite happy about that. But let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Share your comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to see more reactions like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.